Okay, it is so hot and I'm like dying and I can't turn on my fan because then you guys won't hear me, so if I'm sweaty, I'm sorry. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my weight loss. A lot of people over the past year have been asking me what I'm doing, how to lose weight, how I did it, and yeah, let's just get started. So to begin, I was always overweight as a kid growing up. I mean, as a child I was pretty active. I was always in sports. I was in soccer, karate, cheer, swim, ice skating, a lot of different activities, but I think just constantly snacking and eating and thinking like it was okay to just eat sweets as a kid definitely contributed to gaining weight every year. And I remember in 5th grade we weighed ourselves, and I remember the scale said 150 and I was like, this isn't normal for a 5th grader. My eating habits were too much, and in my last video I talked a little bit about my binge eating disorder, which I'm pretty sure I have had my entire life, looking back on all the times I would just sit in my room and eat a lot of food in one sitting. If you don't know what binge eating is, the official definition of binge eating is frequently consuming unusually large amounts of food in one sitting and feeling that eating behavior is out of control. So you're eating more than the recommended portion that a person would eat, and you're like having seconds and thirds and snacks and all these treats that you just craving, and you're having it all at once without even realizing it. Like most of the time, like in high school, I would like barely eat the entire day and stay like busy in school for like 8 hours, and then as soon as I come home I like immediately go to the fridge, go to the cupboards, and like just go crazy. I would eat everything that I was craving that day and have it all at once, and not burning any of it off, just sitting relaxing for the rest of the day is how I gained so much weight. And I actually gained like about 20 pounds consistently every year until I was almost 300 pounds. So my highest weight was 277 pounds. That was in January of 2016, and I actually had won a trip to Italy for 2 weeks with a bunch of other kids my age from my school. So we all went on this awesome trip together. It was like once in a lifetime experience. And I remember leading up to this trip I had been wanting to lose weight for the trip. That didn't happen, but I had like the best time of my life. I mean, yeah, I was the highest weight ever, but I was really happy until I saw all the pictures that everybody had uploaded on this app. There's this app called Dropbox where you can all like upload a bunch of different pictures and you could all see everyone else's photos. So when I saw photos of me, I was so shocked. First of all, I had never seen myself that big because I never ever let anybody take photos of me. So seeing those photos was really shocking and completely broke my heart, because I was 17 years old and a teenager, and I knew I was really overweight. Like I was morbidly obese for years since middle school, but that just really hurt me because I was so happy on the trip. I was having the best time of my life, seeing Italy, like Rome, the Colosseum, all these amazing beautiful places, and I felt so happy. But then when I looked at those photos of my body, I got really depressed, and I decided I have to change. Like, I'm not going to be a teenager much longer. I want to experience life like I did in Italy. I want to feel happy on the outside as I did on the inside on the trip. So and I actually got back at the beginning of February of 2016, and then as soon as I saw those photos, like I immediately changed my way of thinking. I was like, I'm running out of time. Well, I thought I was running out of time. I'm not. There's no specific time, but for me, being a senior in high school, I really wanted to start my adult life right. So I just cut a lot of calories, because I don't even know what I was eating, probably more than 2,500 calories a day, like a lot of calories. So I would eat, I think, around between 1,500 and like 1,800 calories, I was just eating more salads. I also had a job at McDonald's, which is ironic because the entire time I had that job, I lost 50 pounds that year. But yeah, just staying active, like always being on my feet, walking around, helping customers and whatever, helped me to burn off calories. And I also always chose the salads or the yogurts or the healthy choices at McDonald's when I was working there. And when I would get home, I was already like in such a great mood that day. I didn't want to ruin anything, so I would just like get a light dinner or something. So yeah, in 2016 I lost 50 pounds that year. Unfortunately, I did gain it back over like the winter break, the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and into the new year of last year. So 2017 I was up at like 265, 270, somewhere around there. I wasn't really tracking my weight, but I do remember seeing it was like around 265. In April, actually April 22nd, I went on a liquid diet with mostly juices, water. I really didn't try to drink milk or dairy at all. And after 2 weeks, I actually lost 15 pounds in 14 days. And I also realized that I hadn't eaten meat in 2 whole weeks, which was never done by me before. I've always wanted to be a vegetarian, but I never could. I mean, I had tried before and it never worked. Like, I just ruined it. So when I realized that, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten meat in 2 weeks, I was like, hey, this is a good start to becoming vegetarian like I've always wanted. Let's keep it up. So I just kept not eating meat. I also cut out a lot of dairy. Right now, the only thing that I eat that is dairy is eggs in the morning and cheese sometimes. But yeah, so that was the thing that worked for me. A lot of people ask me, what did I do to lose weight, or how am I keeping it off? Is just becoming vegetarian. And I also think part of the reason why I gained the weight back in 2016 and 2017 is because I didn't find something that stuck with me. When I quit my job, I kind of like didn't continue what I was doing because nothing stuck with me, but being vegetarian has stuck with me since, even to today. It's almost been a year. So yeah, May 5th is when I restarted my weight loss journey, and in total I've lost 85 pounds. Right now I've actually been at a plateau for about 4 months. I'm pretty sure it's because my body is adjusting to the massive weight loss, because lately I've been drinking lots of protein shakes, lots of salads, lots of veggie burgers and veggie patties, and I walk a lot every day. I go to 2 campuses where I live, and they're huge campuses, and I always make sure between classes to like walk a lot and get my steps in. But I also do have to understand that some bodies plateau longer than others, and I just have to keep going. What I normally eat for breakfast is the Premier protein shakes. They're about 160 calories and 30 grams of protein. For a woman, it's recommended at least 60 grams of protein a day. So I would drink 2 of those, one in the morning for breakfast and then one later for snack. I usually eat rice and beans for lunch or dinner. Another thing I like to eat, like I mentioned before, was I'll eat a couple eggs for breakfast. I also eat salads. To be honest, I'm a really picky eater. And I don't really like vegetables that much, which I should since I'm vegetarian. But to get my daily serving of veggies in, I usually drink a green juice, whether it's Naked Juice or just another random brand from the store. So I'll drink a lot of green juices because they taste better than actual vegetables. So that is basically how I've lost weight, how I'm continuing to lose weight, and now I'll share some tips with you of how to stay away from giving into cravings or temptation when you're not really hungry. One of my favorite tips for avoiding snacking and getting off track is brushing your teeth. I brush my teeth whenever I have a craving. Like, what I'll do is think if I'm actually hungry, because if I'm actually hungry and I brush my teeth, I'm gonna be mad because then I'll be hungry and then I can't eat. So I check with myself, am I actually hungry, or is this just a stupid craving? And if it's actually just a craving, I'll brush my teeth, and it helps a lot. Another thing I like to do is paint my nails, because I absolutely hate whenever I mess them up when they're like still drying. So I will not touch food or like go near the kitchen with like nicely painted nails. It's a good tip, and it also helps you feel better about yourself when you do something good like painting your nails. Another tip for losing weight is drinking lots of water. I'm not kidding. It sounds so like, what's water gonna do? It honestly helps. I remember in January, a couple months ago, I got my gallbladder removed, and I remember in the hospital they pumped me with so many fluids, and when I got home for about 4 days, like I was flushing all those fluids out, like I was constantly going to the bathroom, and then I actually weighed myself and I had lost 5 pounds, which is so great. And it stayed off, like it stayed off, like it was water weight, but just constantly stay hydrated. That's a huge thing about weight loss, is drink lots of water. Other tips that I have, write down your goals. And I actually wrote down like my goal weights, like little like milestones, and next to it I wrote like a reward, something that I'm looking forward to as motivation to keep me going. Like I know one reward is when I'm about 150 pounds, so that's about 40 pounds away, I'm planning on getting a self-tan, because I've never tanned myself, and hopefully by the time I'm 150 it'll be summertime, and that's like a cool reward, you know, thinking ahead and looking forward to something. A lot of people ask me what app I use to track calories, and it's MyFitnessPal. It also tracks steps you've taken that day, like it inputs them and it subtracts those calories from your total caloric intake. So that's an awesome app and I love it. I've been using it for 2 years, since the beginning of my weight loss journey. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more stuff that will come to mind later. I just wanted to make this video and hopefully give you guys a lot of information and knowledge about like my personal journey. There's probably going to be a lot more videos about my weight loss, certain specific areas, probably more about my binge eating disorder, a lot of things, maybe my daily routine of like what I do in a day to lose weight, things like that. So if there's anything else you want to know or you want to see or you would like me to talk about, just leave a comment below. So yeah, let me know. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for always supporting me and being on this journey with me. It means a lot. So thanks guys. Bye.